Welcome to the second round of 8 game of today's Passioncraft Season 10 playoffs. We're in King's Cove as the first playground, top left hand corner. Here we go with the Gold Masters player, Mr. Blackwidow. And his opponent in the bottom right, another Zerg representing the makers. Here we go with Aristori. So, standard opener here. Hatch gas pool on the other side. Looks pretty much the same, right? But a little... the pool looks like a little bit later. Maybe he... No, he didn't put in another drone or something. So they're essentially on the same point in the game. And then, I guess we're going to see some Zergling-Baneling battle. Or at least Zerglings. Most likely Banelings will follow up. That would be the usual thing to see. Yeah, we have Aristori a little bit behind in terms of the gas. So he's going to start the speed a little bit later. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. 2 queens both, and either player going for 4 Zerglings. So there's not going to be any surprises for now. Both players will be aiming to get in to the opponent's base, see what's going on. Yeah, try and make something happening, and then take the third base as soon as they can. Even before they meet each other, they're going for the third base. Oh, nice little micro there. At least get some hits on the Zerglings. But not sure if that really will decide anything or will take him down. As soon as he arrives in the base though, with the queen there, this is obviously an advantage. To have the Zergling with some less health points. With some fewer health points, I should say. And yeah, both players going for the pool for the Baneling nests. And speed is finished for both as well. So Zerglings are coming in. First Banelings being morphed on Blackwidow's side as well. And he might want to be the one attacking into this. So, let's take a look at this. Oh, first very good connection here for Blackwidow. But then again, there are 3 Banelings on... Oh, they're actually... One of them exploded. That was really bad. If he just trades 2 for 2... Oh, he trades 2 for 1. That's pretty bad. But the Baneling trades are kind of weird. Nevertheless, I think Blackwidow looks kind of fine here. And yeah, he's morphing in some more Banes over and over. And he still has 1 in the army, so there's always this moment. Oh, big connection right there by Blackwidow, and this can be pretty big, but yeah, reinforcements always have to come across the map. That's something right there. And that means that I think Blackwidow should gather his forces somewhere and then try to do something again. Which obviously gives it a chance to Aristori to just go for some more Banes. But taking on the queen, for example, would be pretty good, but the concave is not good over here for Blackwidow. He has some more Zerglings, yes, but the queen always helping here to defend. Positioning, though, is pretty much key, and that's the one that Blackwidow is favoring, or that favors Blackwidow. The Baneling... Oh boy. Yeah, 2 for 3 trade from Blackwidow's perspective, so he actually did a good job there. And it works out quite nicely. Let's see how much more he can get. Blackwidow is just pressuring in. He's having the Zerglings. He takes down the queen. The 2 more queens coming in, trying to help. Some Banelings are morphing in. He's not focusing those, but they go down anyways. And now we have 26 over, what is it, 16 army supply. And I think the third base will just go down. And this means then we have a point in time where Blackwidow can either choose to go for more damage with what he has, or he can just fall back, and from being ahead he wants to get further ahead. We have a counter aggression right here with the Zerglings, but there's enough forces to defend this. Yeah. And he's not going to get the queen here, not at all. It's an easy defense. And yeah, he's going in, kill the third base one more time. And what is there actually for Aristori? I think it's not that much. And as soon as this is scouted, I mean, he doesn't see the Bane, so he should be careful still. Oh, this could have been a big connection there, but yeah. Could have, should have, right? Yeah, he's not really trading efficiently, but does he have to? That's the big question. We have the Zerglings going up the choke. There we go. He's just surrounding all the Zergs of his opponent. And there we go, with the queen going down. The spine is going down as well. We have some roaches on the way. So obviously this is going to help. Roaches give a good edge in the fight against Zerglings, obviously. And they are able to defend. But on the same point, we have no third base for Aristori left. We have Blackwidow going for more and more Zerglings, which means that he forces Aristori to stay at home. Simply due to the fact that, yeah, Zergling run-bys into this one would be pretty bad. And that's where we go. As soon as he sees the roaches over here, I think he's going to... okay, he's attacking them. I'm wondering that he's not sending in the rest of the Zerglings to the main base. Because yes, there might be some roaches, but it's not that many. But nevertheless, Blackwidow, he's just producing more and more Zerglings. Trying to take down the roaches here. Some Banings are joining the battle, which helps a lot for Aristori to force the Zerglings to get away from here. Nevertheless, we have a +1 finished for Blackwidow, which is pretty good against the roaches as well. And yeah, as soon as you surround the roaches, you have a good position. But with Banelings, just slowly but steady coming in there, this gives some sort of an edge to Aristori, because you obviously don't want to lose your Zerglings against Banes. The trades are just too efficient if you're just going for the good ones. And Aristori now, he's just pressuring through, or at least trying to. There's no third base retaken, we just have Zerglings and roaches coming across the map. And Blackwidow trying to set up a counter-aggression there. It's so many so many Banes. And yeah, Blackwidow in the meantime has built some roaches himself. So let's see what he can do. Trying to take down the Banelings would be the main focus here. Also, the army overall for Blackwidow looks pretty good. So the connects are not the best ones with the Banes, and I think he's going to take the stage here. Blackwidow taking the game. GG by Aristori. Map 2 will be Automaton, top right hand corner for the Goldmasters, Blackwidow. He's in the lead after taking game 1 against the player in the bottom left. Here we go with the red Zerg for the makers, Aristori. Yeah, first difference here. Pool is finished for Blackwidow already, while we have the hedge first built by Aristori. So I guess we're going to see some Zerglings, but that is not going to be that big of a difference for the game in the end. Zerg speed started sooner than the pool is even finished for Aristori. So let's just follow the Zerglings. I mean, they don't see anything yet, but as soon as there's some action, they will lead us to the action. But yeah, the first Zerglings on the way for for Aristori as well. So I think there's not that much more to do. Yeah, you can get in, trying some scouting. That's good. But with the queen there, yeah, you shouldn't lose that many Zerglings, and that's what he knows. Goes back. And speed finishes, so they can just run away. Baneling Nest being built down here, Spinecrawler in the expansion, speed on the way for Aristori as well, but yeah, still will take some more time. Baneling Nest is finished for Blackwidow, while we're still waiting for it on the other side. And we have the third base, and it's scouted. And with just one good Zergling connection, this can be, or a Baneling connection, could be pretty good. Actually, trade 2-4, yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good trade here. Also, sending over some Zerglings to attack the Baneling Nest is good in terms of a decision here, because if you just have the possibility to attack into only Zerglings without any Banes, then you're far ahead already in terms of, yeah, the setup for the fight. Yeah, and he set some probes or some drones to the choke point. I would have favored taking down the Baneling Nest though. I would have favored that if I was Blackwidow. Because now we have a lot of Zerglings here. We have the Queen fighting as well, so it's, yeah, quite a decent amount of stuff to defend for Aristori. And if he would have taken down the Baneling Nest instead of taking down the 5 workers, I would have favored that, because the fights become a lot easier if you have no Banelings on your opponent's side. Oh yeah, and there we go. He just sacrifices the Banes and goes for the Baneling connection into the Baneling Nest. So now he just needs to take down all the Banes. But can he? Queen will go down. Oh, the Baneling connection was very close. Another one right there. Trades 1-for-1. That's good for Blackwidow, obviously. Now he just needs to go back. Gather some forces. Aristori, though, has 20 more Zerglings in production. So if you can get the Banelings in, that would be very nice. Oh, one of them cancelled. The second one will be finished. We have a Spine coming up, which is pretty nice. The Zergling's coming in though. Queen's taking down the Bane, the one that was there. But this looks pretty good for Blackwidow, right? And this one is going to finish. Oh yeah, 2 more Banelings coming in. And this can just easily take down the Spine, because what would you do with all the Zerglings? You don't want to trade them for just the Banes. And the connection is okay, 1 for 3. And I think this is just it. Blackwidow is going to push through every now and then. We have some more Zerglings coming in for Aristori, but there's nothing to hold here. Blackwidow has the superior supply, and also the workers going down left and right. Down to 7 workers, that's Aristori. Yeah, he's transferring them over to the third base where he can maybe mine a little bit more freely. But yeah, oh boy, I missed a run by completely. What? Okay, there was a run by that I didn't get. And we see a lot of workers killed by Aristori as well. So Blackwidow is down to 5 workers, while we have Aristori down to 2. Still, there is the Baneling tag. And yeah, that's it. Aristori GG's the game. Blackwidow takes the 2-0 lead with this one. Cyber Forest will be the map number 3 in this series. We're here in the top left hand corner with the guy who has the match point already by taking the first 2 maps. Here we go with the Gold Masters player, Blackwidow. And in the bottom right hand corner, the guy, yeah, who needs to win 3 in a row now. For the makers, here we go, Aristori. And he's going for the pool before hatchery build. Same thing. Oh no, not the same thing. We have a usual opener on the other side. Blackwidow going for hedge gas pool. And it's a very early pool, so let's see how much damage he can do. Speed is already starting for Aristori. Blackwidow starting some Zerglings and will pull some probes kinda now. Yes, oh, he's actually pulling a lot of drones. So how much more can he lose? Or can he afford to lose? I mean, he's 5 workers ahead, so that's not too bad, but Still Zerglings coming in. And it seems like he's going to hold. And obviously, yeah, he can just go mining over here. Or the burning hatchery. So what else will he do? Waiting for speed, most likely. There's no Baneling nest yet. Expansion is finished, though, in the meantime. Blackwidow will have to wait a little bit more. I'm not really sure why he would run out to the middle of the map. The possibility that his opponent has speed earlier than he will have it is pretty high. So the more far away he gets from his base, the better it is for Aristori, right? Aristori will have speed in right now. So he's just going to fly into the base. Yeah, takes down one of the Zerglings, loses one. But I think, yeah, okay, now the speed is finished for Blackwidow as well. I thought this would be a better timing window. But now you see all the Zerglings coming in. So let's see how this fight is going to end up. We have the drones trying to help as well. Some more Zerglings coming in for Aristori. And I think, yeah, he's just going to overwhelm everything here. Worker count going down for Blackwidow. He loses quite a few of those. And this looks like that's it, guys. The spine might be the saving grace, but it's going down. Just blue Zerglings right there. And the GG is called by Blackwidow. 2-1. Aristori at least takes one map into his account. And the top right hand corner of New Repugnancy for the fourth game right here. We can find our player for the Gold Masters. It's Blackwidow. Another match point for him to advance to the semis. And in the bottom left, here we go with his opponents. Still representing the makers, obviously. Not changing the team in between games. Aristori. Build otherwise, both players going for the same thing. So nothing special going on here. No pull first shenanigans, no fast pressure or whatever. It's just, yeah, the standard. And we have to wait what else is going to finish. And it's going to be the plan for either player. I mean, not that much to say. It's just the opener. Let's just follow the Zerglings. Maybe they can lead us into any battle or any interesting situation that we might talk about. But in terms of the build orders, we have Aristori going for the speed just a little bit earlier. Therefore, his queen... Oh, he's going for an additional queen as well. Okay, an additional queen already. He's also going for the third base, but both players doing exactly that. And yeah, Blackwidow's Zerglings going to attack the third base of his opponent. At least dealing some damage. It's always nice to do so. And yeah, as you see, the micro is strong with this one. At least he has one more Zergling than his opponent. Also, I mean, this one is pretty low, but it doesn't matter. It's there, and it deals damage. As you see, also, he was attacking, right-clicking the Zergling right there. That was weakened, and that's pretty strong for him. Zergling speed finishing though, some more Zerglings incoming. So this will be it in terms of harassment of the third base. Now we have Aristori, and he's going to go across the map and see what he can do down there. Yeah, sees that the third base is not over here. There we go, Baning Nest spawns. So sooner or later Banelings will be there, which obviously reduces the chances of just getting into the fight with all the Zerglings. I mean, the number of Zerglings for Blackwidow is quite fine here. Also, he will have Banes at home, so this will be an easy defense for him. On the other side, yeah, as you can see, let me just go back from the follow mode. We have a spine coming up, we have the Binding Nest, and there we go. He was trying to attack the third base again. The queens are pretty slow, as you can see, and also the number of Zerglings was quite okay for Blackwidow. Takes down 2 more. And I think there's some more reinforcements incoming. Oh boy, good trade over here. Can he get some more though? Oh, Binding Connections into the queens. Not sure if that was worth, but the queens go down in the end, which is pretty nice. Also, oh, the Binding. The Bane. Yeah, the queen will be a good thing as well. The third base though is getting pretty low. And he also has some more Zerglings coming in. He should be fine now. But Blackwidow is not stopping the production. He's just going on with more and more Zerglings. He's going for +1 attack, but his opponent is doing the same. So that's not going to be a big difference here. And then we have the one difference in the game. We have the ro8, as you can see, for Aristori. On the other side, we have the hatchery going for the tier 2 tech. And then, what will be the follow-up then? Did he actually see the ro8? Yeah, potentially he saw it. But is he going for Mutas now? Or is... I mean, he has no ro8 of his own, and he's going tier 2, so I think he kind of wants to go Mutas. Or he's going for the snipe first. Yeah, and there goes the third base. That's a pretty good catch. And there's a 2-for-4 trade. Good trade here. Good reaction, good setup by Blackwidow. Just taking 2 of his Banelings, exploding into the 4 stacked Banes of Aristori. Yeah, getting a good trade for this battle as well. And then again, yeah, third base down. And it's Spire time in Blackwidow's base. He's on 3 bases. He's starting to mine at the third at least, so it's not only production for now. He's also going for the Carapace. And as soon as we have the Midas out, he might have a pretty decent position. Oh, this was a very good Baning connection. And a second one into the Banes. Oh, that was good. That was very good. And also he sees the roaches at the bottom. Therefore, he's going to take down the third base again. Spire is not finished though, so he needs to be careful. The roaches will go across the map. But can he just force the roaches to come back home? Or doesn't he care? We have 4 queens, but the one in the gap, yeah, is moving, so therefore the Zerglings can go in. 2 more queens going down in just a second. The third one, I don't know. And yeah, he's taking some of the Zerglings to the backside of this. So the roaches are surrounded. We have the spine going down. We still have some Zerglings left, but it seems like he cleared up everything here. And now, let's take a look at this thing. Oh boy. Oh, he's trying to get out with some drones. Yeah, he wants to build some bases somewhere else, I think. And he's going for 10 mutas. So he wants to be safe, to be able to build a building somewhere else if everything goes down here. But then the mutas come out. And yeah, good move also to focus the banelings first, so you can actually attack into the roaches with all the Zerglings he has as well, and doesn't have to be afraid of getting killed by any baneling connections there. Yeah, he's even attacking with the workers. I'm not sure if that's the right move, but then he's just leaving, and we have all the mutas trying to deal damage to the roaches. This will take time to clear it up, but I think it's not that much more over here, so you should be fine. Let's take a look. Third base, there's some roaches. Here's some Zerglings. 20 workers went down. Blackwidow, though, is still at 25 workers. His opponent is at 31, so it's... I think it's not that bad of a disadvantage for Blackwidow, especially since he has the third base still alive. Also, I'm not sure why he's waiting with the Midas. He's not going anywhere with them. Maybe he just wants to be safe, wants to go for some more drones, and as you can see, some spores are being built, so Aristori is reducing the number of drones that he has. And yeah, Blackwidow already retakes the lead by 5 workers more than his opponent. Yeah, checks for the third base, which is not there, but an Overlord can be taken out for free. That's nice as well. Yeah. That's the first queen, that's the second queen. Good job. Also, you can take down the Baneling Nest, which would be kind of nice. Or just go for the building spines and spores behind. That's very good. Okay, let's take a look at the Zerglings coming in on the other side. But with the Zerglings of Blackwidow coming back, this is an easy thing to deal with. And Aristori down to 19 workers. Yeah, there we go. That's it. GG, good luck. Call by Aristori. And therefore we have Blackwidow taking the 4th game and the 3-1 victory with this.